Traders, 'tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Wednesday, January the 21st. The year is 2026. Let's talk trading. The market is chaos. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And since the market is chaos, make sure you have your risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose on a single trade or during a single trading session. So let's take a look here. Let's run through the charts for a little bit. And let's see the Swiss pairs, the dollar Swiss, pound Swiss, euro Swiss, and Canadian Swiss have not filled their weekly open gaps. We can see the pounds all the way down to 34.28, 79 pips above the weekly open, 64 off the high, 87 off the low on the week. We look at the day. We got into the opening range for the month. We actually hit the, looks like we hit the yearly open, and then actually we crossed it yesterday. Today we just barely crossed it and came back down through that midpoint and out the low of the opening range there at 34, call it 35, I believe. And you can see here we are within the opening range for the week. And for the year and the month, we're 28 pips below that open, 139 off the high, 88 off the low. Inside bar action again today. We had that inside bar from 3 days ago and also weekly inside bar from 3 weeks ago. Notice we popped down, touched that weekly inside bar low, bounced off of it, came up through the inside bar high on the daily at 34.13. And there's some pips to be made there. Gotta love those horizontal lines. In fact, that trader was asking me something about give him more information on the horizontal lines. Oh, I don't really know. Let's see. Okay, back there, range. Okay, so for the daily chart here, we're looking at the range. Only 58 on the pound today. Our President Trump was speaking. Notice the pound New Zealand, the what I like to call the new beast, 204 pips. You can see dollar yen's over 158 again. And notice how price has crisscrossed that daily open a few times. Rats. Somebody was asking me help them with the rat zone trades. You just look for rat reversals inside the rat zone. That's all you have to do. And if you don't remember what a rat reversal is, it's basically a flip-flop box. So you've got a red candle followed by a green candle. The high of that green candle is the trigger. And you see here, you could have made some pips. And then for the red rats, even though at this point in time, this was not a rat trade because the range was too low, but a green candle followed by a red candle. You look at that low price, you take a short there at the low, and that would have made a nice little profit if you stuck in it for over an hour. Let's see, Bambino Flex said to go short. Pivot trading plan near R1, near the pivot is short again. So let's see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 times to short that pivot at 45, 134.47 rather. In fact, I was in a short, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit because that's what spawned today's idea for a video. For the daily, we took out that pivot as we just saw. Notice this, the pivot yesterday almost got taken out. We only missed it by about 0.6. Wow, just missed it by 0.6. This miss is on that day. It missed it by 9 pips. These numbers aren't live. They're just for that day. In and out of the upper wick zone through the downside, in and out of the lower wick zone, both up and downside. Notice how many times the launch pad worked at 134.40 area. In fact, like I said, I was short. Every time price was going up, I just wanted to short. I just was a plunger today. And once again, we nowhere near the ATR. Simple price action chart, put it back to M30. You can see here. In fact, we're just now at the bottom of the hour here. Price is trying to move up. We're going across that daily open. You can see. And the red green, that's just if it's going up or down that tick. This is not showing you, the colors do not indicate the position reference to the open. So if it's, you'll get minus signs if it's below. And here we're looking at the price action with the score and the count. And why do I say the market is chaos? Let's see, maybe I'll use this chart. Trying to see. I think it was this trade right here. I took a short right here. It reversed on me. It came down. No, actually, where was the first? Was this the first short? Yeah, I think this was the first short I had. And it came down, and then it just rocketed all the way up. And I rode the trade. In fact, I put on 4 more trades. But then, as you can see, price came all the way down, even beyond my entry. And I was on the phone with Walmall and Airball, and it was kind of funny because then Walmall had to leave, and Airball and I, we were both short and added on a few times. I think I was in 8 trades or 8 deals short, and my take profit or my break even was something like 34.45, I think it was. And so when price came down here, I wrote it, and then I finally just exited out. And then I kicked myself because you can see they brought out, another dozen shrimp. So we used to say leaving money on the table, but that's not inaccurate because that money wasn't on the table. I took my tray away from the line as opposed to waiting to see if they were going to bring out another pot of shrimp. So they brought out, another dozen shrimp, and I didn't get any of it. But that's just it. Managing emotions versus trading the chart. Because I had been underwater for almost an hour. And that goes back to if I only waited an hour, which is pretty funny. But it's only funny because there's some truth to it. If I had waited, because I think I took that flip-flop box there, if I had waited about an hour, you see, I could have gotten in at the same price and picked up about 3 or 4 pips. But, did I do anything wrong with this trade? I followed my plan. I got in. I could have gotten out maybe break even or 0.1 or 2, and then the market just reversed on me. But I stayed within my risk parameters. I added in when I had signals, and that was that. I actually got out with the profit. Like I said, I was in 8 trades, and 6 of them came out with the profit, 2 came out with the loss, but overall profit. So as Walmart likes to tease me, he goes, "Hey, you got more pips than what you started with?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, then shut up." But like I said, the market's chaotic, and so even though you've got your trading plan, and then you execute your trading plan flawlessly, you are not guaranteed a win. I mean, what if price would have went all the way up to 3,500? I would have had to stop out. Or if I wanted to ride it out, but I would have been down, my account would have been down huge. And don't like to be down huge. So, and I was lucky because, as I like to remind traders, every win is a luck because you don't control the outcome. So if there's a favorable outcome, you got lucky. Now, yeah, there's some skill in waiting, skill in taking profit when it appears. But the thing is, still got lucky. I don't fool myself. Yeah, I can make these calls because Walmart predicted. Actually, I don't think he said it. If it hit, what was it, 59? It was going to 65 or something. I don't know. Did it hit 59? I think it barely hit 59. Yeah, hit 59 too. So I have to say, Walmart, you missed one. Um, and then I had said something about when it was up here. I said, "Come on, it's got to cover. We need to cover that previous M30." And I kicking myself for not holding on. But once again, sometimes you manage the emotions, and that's just something you have to think about when you're trading. It's like, am I trading the chart or am I trading my emotions? Or am I just so happy to get out with my skin intact, not have my face ripped off? um, because I was down from that first trade. I think that first trade was down what 20 over 20 pips. But when you have the right position size, it's okay. So, like I said, after that one, I got to add in 7 times. Had I gone in, you know, with say a full position, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And I would have been down huge. And the one thing I looked at though, I said, what could I have done? What would I have done differently? And one thing I did was I looked at the 5-minute chart, and every candle I had entered on was a bull candle. And I would have not have entered those trades had I been looking at a 5-minute chart. So what's the lesson to be learned for me? Well, take a look at my multimeter, and depends on which one I have, and I've got a few different ones. If I'm getting ready to trade against that M5 and M5 is matching M30, let's not do that. That's probably not a good idea. So, fellow traders, the fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about over. And so yesterday we talked about horizontal lines. Today we're talking about chaos. And we'll probably have another topic for you on Friday, unless I get up early. But as you know, I volunteer at a food bank Thursday morning, so I'm usually not trading. So, fellow traders, I hope you're having a profitable day, week, month, and year so far. And when you are trading, I want you to always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.